Today's horoscope, Leo February 11th, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's Mercury-Uranus square can stir some mental stress but could also encourage interesting ideas and methods. It could indeed be a good time for breaking free from rigid thinking, but it's not an ideal influence for solid progress. While it's a generally enterprising period for you, you can temporarily feel a little scattered. There can be some tendency to burst out with information. The results can be interesting, but you might decide to avoid jumping into or out of something. Even if something communicated today bothers you, it's best to avoid quick reactions since it's not a good time to connect with your feelings on the matter. If you feel torn between a desire to do your own thing and a desire to include someone in your plans and decisions, try not to rush through since rushing can lead to mistakes. Do your best to take the pressure off. The moon heads into your sign today, where it will visit for a little over 2 days, and your emotions are on your sleeve. You are fiery, powerful, and dominant. When it comes to conflict or charging into the battlefield, you're confident that you can always conquer your enemies. However, today is not the day to wage war. As mental Mercury continues his transit of your solar house of relationships, he will clash violently with electric Uranus, who is throwing lightning from his perch in your solar house of achievement. This foretells terrible news in your career and you're likely to be very triggered. Your significant other will likely want to step in to provide advice, but you could be so angry you end up ruffling their feathers, too. What do you want to do? Talk about what you want to implement in your career path when Mercury in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus. Recently, you may have felt like something has to change for you to advance in your career drastically. You could be ready to take more risks or to pursue an unlikely, progressive vocation. Since you are considering some major changes, talk your plans and goals over with the people you work with. After all, your desire for change could alter your professional commitments and working relationships. Don't let the turkeys get you down. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. All these cliché copyright apply right now, even though you may not take them seriously. If you find yourself in need of some attitude medicine, try the following: brew parsley, peppermint and skullcap, an herb you can find in a health food store or online, in a pot with some water. Keep the mixture in a jar in the fridge. Take a few sips before sleep or pour some into a hot bath. The time for renewal and regeneration is here today. The essence of this day is like a mini season of spring, bringing new life and promise. This can be welcome, especially if life hasn't gone the way you had hoped. It can signal a time for you to start all over, and to get a second chance if this is what you need. Don't waste any time mulling over things. Get yourself going and greet the day with excitement, as opportunity will be plentiful for you in many areas of your life. Before returning to Leo each month, the moon must move through a nostalgic and reflective part of your chart, bringing you to the point each month that encourages introspection and a chance to make time to hear yourself think. For the first time in years, the moon has returned to find no planets on the other side of the sky in your busy work sector pushing back. Instead, there is nothing but support, and as the moon aligns with Mars, time out to hear yourself think could nurture bold ideas or insight. Sometimes it pays to be a dreamer. As an alignment between the Sun and Mercury, planet of communication in your relationship sector peaks, there is not only maximum support when it comes to having the communication lines open, but in a way that can keep things real and authentic. With a full moon coming up that will put a balance between your own and your relationship needs to the test, the timing couldn't be better. Daily Planetary Overview. As Mercury in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus, unexpected conversations may arise, bringing with them the possibility of disagreement. No matter how much you strive for harmony, tensions could surface, particularly when differing viewpoints feel unshakable. When two people hold firm to their perspectives without seeking understanding, it becomes difficult to find common ground. If you find yourself in such a situation, take a deep breath and ask yourself whether winning the argument is truly worth it. Sometimes, stepping away or agreeing to disagree is the wisest course of action. Have you ever been in a debate where emotions ran high, only to realize later that the disagreement wasn't as significant as it seemed in the moment? Today offers an opportunity to practice patience and choose your battles wisely. Despite the potential for conflicts, there is a silver lining. Your ability to propose new ideas and take the initiative is heightened. Projects or plans that once seemed unlikely to succeed may suddenly gain traction, and others will be more receptive to your suggestions. If you're single, your charisma is shining, making this a great time to put yourself out there and connect with new people. However, while confidence is an asset, it's essential not to become overconfident to the point of taking unnecessary risks. Trust in your abilities, but also rely on your intuition and common sense to guide you towards smart decisions. Have you ever experienced a moment when you took a chance on something and it turned out better than expected? That kind of energy is available to you now, so embrace it with a balanced mindset. Emotionally, there is a beautiful sense of connection unfolding. Harmony in relationships comes from honesty and openness, and today you'll find that expressing your true feelings strengthens your bonds with those around you. When you share from the heart, people respond with warmth and understanding. If there's an important conversation you've been meaning to have, this is an ideal time to approach it with sincerity. Trust that speaking your truth will lead to positive outcomes, even if it initially feels vulnerable. Decisions made today could prove to be valuable in the long run. If an opportunity presents itself, weigh your options carefully but don't be afraid to take a step forward. Trusting yourself and honoring commitments will lead to transformative shifts that benefit not only you but also those around you. Keeping your word and following through on responsibilities will reinforce the foundation of your personal and professional relationships. Small choices can have lasting effects. What decision can you make today that your future self will thank you for? At times, you may feel a lack of focus or motivation, making routine tasks seem more challenging than usual. If things aren't flowing smoothly, don't be too hard on yourself. Productivity ebbs and flows, and forcing progress when your energy is low can lead to frustration. Instead, acknowledge where you are, take small steps, and trust that clarity will return. Remember that even small efforts add up over time, so rather than focusing on what's not working, celebrate the progress you are making, no matter how minor it seems. Interpersonal dynamics are shifting in a way that encourages peace and understanding. If past conflicts have been weighing on your heart, today presents an opportunity to move forward and heal those tensions. When you exude inner calm, others are naturally drawn to your energy, creating a ripple effect that fosters harmony in your relationships. Have you ever noticed how someone's positive energy can change the atmosphere in a room? You have the power to be that presence for others today. If there's someone you've been meaning to reach out to or a relationship that could benefit from a little extra attention, now is the perfect time to take that step with an open heart. Socially, you may find yourself in high demand, with invitations and opportunities to connect presenting themselves. Whether through group activities, casual conversations, or unexpected encounters, your natural ability to make others feel comfortable will lead to meaningful interactions. If you've been feeling disconnected or isolated, now is the time to step outside of your comfort zone and say yes to new experiences. Some of life's most memorable moments come from the unplanned and unexpected. Are you open to embracing those serendipitous encounters today? As you move through the day, embrace the opportunities to express yourself, strengthen your relationships, and align with your personal growth. The universe is offering subtle but powerful guidance. Are you ready to listen? What small but meaningful steps can you take today to bring clarity, connection, and confidence into your life? Trust that every shift, whether big or small, is leading you toward exactly where you need to be.